So here I am living in Arizona, which is God's convection oven set to spite. I'm in a lavender marriage with my wife Brandy, who sells mortgages. He's running a cartel, but with better blazers. Dior. We've got a 13-year-old daughter. The first month of 8th grade comes home with a senior boyfriend. A senior. This kid's filling out fucking FAFSA forms while my daughter's still using gel pens. And I'm standing there, sweetie, he has a mustache and a 401k. She goes, it's called being mature, Dad. It's called felony in some states. So naturally, I did what any panicked father does. I got her a therapist an hour away in Scottsdale because apparently my daughter's emotional baggage requires valet parking and a wine list. Every Thursday, I'm driving her to some wellness center that smells like sandalwood and privilege, past 17 places that just say boutique with no other context. The therapist reading room has a fountain, a salt lamp, and a woman named Skylar who offers me activated charcoal lemonade. Skylar, I'm activated enough. My kid's dating a man who remembers 9/11. Just kidding, that's way too much. But meanwhile, Brandy, my lavender wife, my partner in this beautifully platonic chaos, she's in mortgages, which means she spends all day explaining APR to people named Chad who think fixed rate is a yoga pose. She comes home and goes, I closed 3 loans today, and one emotional breakdown. Which was harder? She's like, the breakdown. They cried less. People hear lavender marriage and they get so weird. They lean in. I'm about to reveal the location of Atlantis. It just means we're married, we co-parent, we share a mortgage, and the most intimate thing we do is argue about whether the thermostat should be set to reasonable or Brandy's tundra fantasy. Our love language is delegating carpool and splitting a Costco membership. It's community property. Romance, our date night is refinancing jokes and meal prepping in silence. Last week, she looked at me and said, you forgot to add the HOA fee to the spreadsheet. I almost proposed again. Oh, and I've got Lyme disease because apparently my body said, you know what this man needs? A subscription service for pain. Lyme is like if your immune system started a podcast, it really never shuts up, and nobody asks for it, and it's always about itself. My joints crack. I'm a one-man percussion section. I told my doctor I feel like a haunted house. She said, and the ghost, it's inflammation. So I'm doing physical therapy in Tempe with a 22-year-old named Caden who keeps saying, feel the stretch, bro. Caden, I'm feeling bankruptcy and regret. Is that the same thing? And here's my 13-year-old, fresh off securing a boyfriend who's already been rejected from 2 universities. I asked her, what do you guys even talk about? And she goes, life, vulnerability, his Spotify Wrapped. I'm like, does he know you still believe in the tooth fairy? She screamed, I don't! Too loud? Too defensive? That girl's leaving out molars under her pillow, I guarantee it. So anyways, I'm driving her to Scottsdale every week past stores that sell $90 candles in places called Bliss where you can get your chakras detailed. The whole drive, she's on her phone texting this dude. I'm like, what's he saying? She goes, he's telling me about his emotional bandwidth. I almost drove into a fucking cactus. So, emotional bandwidth, when I was his age, my bandwidth was dial up and porn took 4 minutes to load. The therapist Bless her, she keeps telling me she's exploring her identity. She can explore it with someone who doesn't have a fucking car insurance payment. The therapist, she nods like she's seen worse, which in Scottsdale, she probably has. Half her clients are probably 13-year-olds named Madison with credit scores. But Brandy, she's been incredible through all this. She sits me down and goes, look, he's going to college in a few months. This is a self-revolving problem. And I'm like, what if he takes a gap year? She goes, then we're taking a gap. Life, you, me, and a bottle of mezcal and Sedona. She doesn't drink though, so that's a Lavender marriage, baby. No sexual tension, but plenty of strategic planning. We're like the Avengers, but for preventing teenage pregnancy and managing chronic illness. I'll be in the living room with a heating pad on my back like a sad burrito, and she'll walk by and go, you good? All grown. She goes, that's a no. I'll get the Advil and cancel the book club. Our suburb here is one of those places where everyone's lawn is suspiciously green because it's turf. Arizona. We live in a desert. Chad next door here, his rocks are just like a little geometric pattern out there. Meanwhile, I've got a decorative gravel and a cactus we named Leonard. HOA sent me a letter that said, your front yard aesthetic is inconsistent with community standards. So I wrote back, so is my fucking will to live, Karen. What's your point? Brandy handles the HOA emails now. She said, you're banned from next door. I said, what'd I do? And she goes, you called the neighborhood watch a militia for people afraid of skateboards. And I truly stand by it. Let's talk a little bit about Scottsdale. Every time I'm there, I see someone in Lululemon walking a dog that cost more than a Subaru, but I have one too, as you can see. So that's it. So every week on Thursday, I sit in that therapy waiting room, my Lyme disease flaring up, my daughter inside talking about feelings with the licensed professional, and Brandy's texting me interest rates that rather than nudes. This is my life. This is fine. Our daughter comes out one day and goes, Victoria says I need to set boundaries. Great. Boundary 1. No boyfriend's old enough to rent a car. And she rolled her eyes so hard, I think I heard him click. But here's the thing. We're making it work. Me, Brandy, London, my little teenage daughter, and her elderly boyfriend. My haunted joints and a Lavender marriage held together by a Google Calendar and shared trauma. We don't look like the commercials. We're not a smiling family in matching khakis. We're the family at Costco, splitting a rotisserie chicken in the fucking parking lot, arguing about who has to tell the HOA about the broken sprinkler. And you know what? That's love, not fireworks, not passion, just showing up. Driving an hour to Scottsdale, remembering the Advil, texting you alive at 2 p.m. That's it. So I'm a guy with Lyme, living in Arizona's death heat, married to a mortgage queen, parenting a teenager who thinks dating a senior is growth. We're Lavender, we're limping, we're loving it in the most dysfunctional, platonic, suburban way possible. So thank you, Scottsdale. Thank you, Gilbert. Thank you, Chad, and thank you, Dr. Victoria. You're earning every penny because all those things, they're expensive. Have a good day.